gentleman yield back the gentleman, Mr. Garamendi, is recognized.
Thank you. Mr. Hawkins, I wasn't going to ask you a question, but in your response to Mr. Babbitt, you very well articulated my own personal situation. I am a rancher. Our ranch is in a conservation easement. My question to you, as you talked about the future and about your ranch and your love of it, how would you write the law or the regulations to protect the waters that are on your ranch and adjacent and probably flowing into larger streams? How would you write it?
Well, thank you for the question, and thank you for your ranching background and what you've contributed through the years as well. You know, I would say what our farmers and ranchers appreciated about the navigable water protection rule was that for the first time since '72 that there were actual bright lines. And we in Missouri are very comfortable with the regulatory authority within our Department of Natural Resources and the example of cooperative federalism that we see under the Clean Water Act. We have a citizen-led commission, the Clean Water Commission in the state, that is essentially a sounding board and an oversight mechanism as the Clean Water Act and the state accompanying laws and regulations are implemented. So I would say, you know, in our example, we have a process that works. And so the bright lines under the NWPR were what were appreciated because for the first time we actually felt certainty. I would also add, Congressman, that, you know, outside of the scope of the Clean Water Act, you know, we in Missouri have shown time and time again that we're willing to go above and beyond to put practices on the ground that ultimately preserve soil and improve water quality. And since the mid-1980s, we've had in place a sales tax, the 1/10 cent sales tax, half of which goes to state parks, the other to soil and water conservation. That's been reapproved overwhelmingly by Missourians every decade since because it is proven to improve parks, but more importantly, it's helping us save soil and improve water quality by helping cost share with farmers to do more on the ground. That's what this is about, truly, for us. We've shown that we care about clean water and we put our money out there every day to access these resources to do more.
I appreciate that, but we're in the business of writing law. We've gone, what do we call it? Let's say we write, we rescind, and we repeat. That's what we've done for the last almost 40 years now. And it seems to me that we're going to have some clarity here in the law. Otherwise, we're going to continue to write, rescind, and repeat. And what my question to you and really to all of the witnesses and to ourselves is, what should the law say? How do we provide clarity so that we don't go through this unending process, apparently unending process? I don't know the answer, but it seems to me that we have the responsibility of answering that question. That is, to provide the clarity in the law itself to the extent that, well, far more extensive than the present situation. Otherwise, it's going to be back and forth forever as the shifting winds of Congress and the presidency happen, and it will. I searched for that, and I really challenged myself. How would I write it? What would I actually put in the law so that there would be clarity? I understand the clarity and the necessity for it. I've got ponds that I know eventually drain into a river, and I'm going, how does this affect me? Don't know the answer, but we've got to search for that answer. And Mr. Graves, your resolution would prevent any further action until we wrote the law. I yield back.
Mr. Burleson.